እንደምን አላችሁ ውድ ተማሪዎች በዛሬው ትምህርት 11ኛ ክፍል የኢኮኖሚክስ ትምህርት ዩኒት 2 ጥያቄዎችን አብረን እንሰራለን። ለዛሬ ፓርት 2 እንሰራለን። ዩኒት 2 ማርኬት ስትራክቸር ኤንድ ዘ ዲሲዥን ኦፍ ፊርምስ የሚለው ቶፒክ ላይ 130 ጥያቄዎችን አዘጋጅተናል። እነዚህ 130 ጥያቄዎች ለክፍላችሁ የፈተና ዝግጅት እንዲሁም ደግሞ ለኢንትራንስ ኤግዛም በአጭር ጊዜና በቀላሉ እንድትዘጋጁ የሚያግዟችሁ ጥያቄዎች ናቸው። ኢኮኖሚክስ ብቻ ሳይሆን ሌሎች የትምህርት አይነቶችም ጂኦግራፊ እና ሂስትሪ፣ ማቴማቲክስ እንደዚሁም እንግሊዘኛ ከ9ኛ እስከ 12ኛ ክፍል እያዘጋጀን እንገኛለን። ጥያቄዎችን እንዲሁም ደግሞ ቱቶሪያሎችን እነዚህንም እዚሁ የዩቲዩብ ቻናል ላይ መከታተል ትችላላችሁ። ለዚህ የዩቲዩብ ቻናል አዲስ ከሆናችሁና ሰብስክራይብ ካላደረጋችሁ ሰብስክራይብ ያደርጋችሁ ቤተሰብ ሁኑ። አብረን እንቀጥላለን። አጋዥ መጽሐፍ አዘጋጅተናል ለኢንትራንስ ኤግዛም እንዲሁም ደግሞ ለክፍላችሁ የፈተና ዝግጅት በአጭር ጊዜ ውስጥ እንድትዘጋጁ ጥያቄዎችን የያዘ መጽሐፍ። ይህ አጋዥ መጽሐፍ ጥያቄዎችን ከነመልስና ማብራሪያ ጋር የያዘ መጽሐፍ ነው። እንዲሁም ሾርት ኖት አለው። ይህን መጽሐፍ በፒዲኤፍ ወይም በሶፍት ኮፒ ማግኘት ከፈለጋችሁ እዚህ ጋር በተቀመጡት አድራሻዎች ጻፉልን። 31 which of the following best describe the short run supply curve of a perfectly competitive firm? A portion of marginal cost curve that lays above the average total cost curve. B, the portion of the marginal cost curve that lays above the average variable cost. C, the upward sloping part of the demand curve. D, the downward sloping part of the marginal revenue curve. B, the portion of the marginal curve that lays above the average variable cost curve ማለት ነው። Okay, so the short run supply curve of a perfectly competitive firm is the portion of the marginal cost curve that lays above the average variable cost curve ማለት ነው። 32 in the short run a firm will continue to produce output as long as A, price is greater than average total cost. B, the marginal revenue is greater than marginal cost. C, price is equal to marginal cost. D, price is greater than average variable cost. D, price is greater than average variable cost ማለት ነው። ኦኬ ፕራይሱ ከአቨሬጅ variable cost ይበልጣል። ኦኬ a firm will continue to produce in the short run as long as the price covers its average variable cost ማለት ነው። 33 at which point does the perfectly competitive firm achieve short run equilibrium? A, when marginal revenue equals average cost. B, when marginal revenue equals marginal cost. C, when average variable cost is minimized. D, when price equals average total cost. B, when marginal revenue equals marginal cost. 34 in long run if firms in a perfectly competitive market are earning super normal profits, what likely to happen? A, firms will leave the market. B, the market price will increase. C, new firms will enter the market. D, the long run equilibrium will be disturbed. C, new firms will enter the market. Okay, when firms are earning supernormal profits in the short run, new firms will be attracted to the market, so increasing the competition, eventually driving down prices. 35 in long run equilibrium a perfectly competitive firms are A, supernormal profits. B, zero economic profit or normal profits. C, positive economic profit. D, economic losses. B, zero economic profits or normal profits. Okay, in the long run firms in the perfectly competitive markets earns zero economic profits. Zero economic profit ደግሞ ምን ይባላል? normal profits. 36. Which of the following is true when a firm is a perfectly competitive market is in the long run equilibrium? A. Marginal cost equals price and average total cost equals price. B. Marginal cost is less than price and average total cost equals price. C. Average total cost is greater than price. D. Firms earn supernormal profits. A. Marginal cost equals price and average total cost equals price. 37. A monopolist's marginal revenue curve is A. Above the demand curve. B. Identical to the demand curve. C. Below the demand curve. D. Horizontal at the market price. C. Below the demand curve. Okay. A monopolist's marginal revenue curve lies below demand curve because to sell more units, the monopolists must lower the price for all units sold. 38. Which of the following best explains the downward sloping demand curve faced by monopolists? A. The monopolist has no control over price. B. The monopolist sets the price based on the quantity produced. C. The monopolists face many competing firms in the market. D. The monopolist's product is perfect substitute for others. B. Monopolist sets the price based on quantity produced. Okay. So since the monopolist is a sole seller in the market, it has the ability to set prices based on the quantity it chooses to produce, resulting in the downward sloping demand curve. 38. Which condition must solved for a monopolist to be in short run equilibrium? A. Marginal cost equals average variable cost. B. Price is equal to average total cost. C. Average cost equals price. D. Marginal revenue equals marginal cost. D. Marginal revenue equals marginal cost. Okay. A monopolist is a short run equilibrium when marginal revenue equals marginal cost, similar to perfectly competitive firms. 40. In a monopoly, the firm's total revenue increases when A. Price increases, the output decreases. B. The price decreases as the output increases. C. The price decreases as the output decreases. D. The price remains constant as the output increases. B. Price decreases as output increases. Okay. In a monopoly, the firm must lower the price to sell more units, which typically leads to decrease price but increase in the total revenue if the quantity increases significant enough ማለት ነው። ኳንቲቲው እየጨመረ ስለሚሄድ ያው አውትፑቱ ኢንክሪዝ ያደርጋል ማለት ነው፣ ፕራይስ ቢቀንስም እንኳን። 41. Which of the following is a characteristic of a monopolistic market? A. Many firms produce identical products. B. There are no barriers to entry for new firms. C. One firm controls the entire market. D. Firms are price takers. C. One firm controls the entire market. Okay. የሞኖፖሊስቲክ ማርኬት ካራክተሪስቲክስ ምንድነው? ዋን ፊርም ነው ሁሉንም የሚቆጣጠር። ቅድም ለምሳሌ የወተር ዩቲሊቲ ያልነው አንዱ ኤግዛምፕል የጠቀስነው አይነት ማለት ነው። 42. which of the following occurs when monopoly experiences supernormal profits in the short run? A. The monopoly will reduce output. B. Firms will enter the market increasing competition. C. The monopoly will increase output. D. The monopoly will not adjust its output or price. D. The monopoly will not adjust its output or price. 43. What happens to the price and output when a monopoly moves towards long-run equilibrium? A. The price remains the same and the output decreases. B. The price falls and output increases. C. The price increases and output decreases. D. The price falls and output stays the same. C. The price increases and the output decreases. Okay. 44. What is the shape of the marginal cost curve for a monopoly? A. It's downward sloping. B. It's U-shaped. C. It's horizontal. D. It's upward sloping. D. It's upward sloping. Okay. The marginal cost curve for a monopoly typically slopes upward, reflecting increasing costs as the output increases, much like in the perfectly competitive market. Okay. 45. Which of the following is true about the demand curve faced by a monopolist compared to a perfectly competitive firm? A. Monopolist's demand curve is flatter than that of a competitive firm. B. A monopolist's demand curve is the same as the market demand curve. C. Monopolists face a perfectly elastic demand curve. D. A monopolist's demand curve is vertical. B. The monopolist's demand curve is the same as the market demand curve. Okay. 46. What is the primary objective of monopolists when determining short-run equilibrium under the total revenue cost approach? A. Maximizing market share. B. Maximizing profit or minimizing loss. C. Reducing production costs. D. Increasing consumer surplus. B. Maximizing profit or minimizing loss. Okay. In the total revenue, total cost approach, the monopolists aim to maximizing the difference between total revenue and total cost, achieving either maximizing profit or minimizing loss. 47. Under the marginal revenue marginal cost approach, what condition must be satisfied for a monopolist to be in equilibrium? A. Marginal revenue is greater than marginal cost. B. Total revenue exceeds total cost. C. Marginal cost is greater than average cost. D. Marginal revenue equals marginal cost. D. Marginal revenue equals marginal cost. Okay. In the marginal revenue marginal cost approach, the monopolists maximize profit when marginal revenue equals marginal cost. 48. In the short run equilibrium of a monopolist, what happens if average cost equals average revenue? A. Monopolist earns supernormal profits. B. A monopolist earns normal profits. C. Monopolists incur a loss. D. The monopolist maximizes revenue. B. The monopolists earns normal profit. Okay. 49. Which of the following statement is true about monopolists' marginal revenue curve? A. It's identical to the demand curve. B. It's upward sloping. C. It lies above the average revenue curve. D. It's downward sloping and lies below the demand curve. D. It's downward sloping and lies below the demand curve. Okay. So unlike competitive firms, the monopolist's marginal revenue curve is downward sloping ነው። always lies between the average revenue or demand curve ማለት ነው። 50 at the point where marginal cost equals marginal revenue, what does the monopolists maximize? A. Consumer surplus, B. Profit, C. Total revenue, D. Quantity of output. B. Profit. Okay, the monopolists maximize profit when marginal cost equals marginal revenue. 51 under first degree price discrimination, how does a monopolist maximize its revenue? A. By charging the same price to all consumers. B. By charging each consumer the maximum price they are willing to pay. C. By offering quantity discounts. D. By dividing a market into sub-markets. B. By charging each consumer the maximum price they are willing to pay. So in the first degree price discrimination, the monopolist charges each consumer the highest price they are willing to pay. ይሄ ፈርስት ዲግሪ ዲስክሪሚኔሽን የሚባለው ማለት ነው። እነዚህ ሞኖፖሊስቶች ቻርጅ የሚያደርጓቸው ተጠቃሚዎችን ማለት ነው ሃይስት ፕራይስ ነው they are willing to pay, converting consumer surplus into producers surplus ማለት ነው። 52 which of the following is an example of second degree price discrimination? A. A cinema charging different price for senior citizens and students. B. A doctor charging different prices based on the income of patients. C. A utility company offering lower prices for higher consumption. D. A monopolist charging each consumer a different price based on willingness to pay. C. A utility company offering lower price for higher consumption. Okay, high consume ለሚያደርግ ምንድነው low price ማቅረብ የዩቲሊቲ ካምፓኒ ለምሳሌ የውሃ ወይም ደግሞ መብራት ኃይል ሊሆን ይችላል። second degree price discrimination involves charging different prices based on quantity purchased. ስለዚህ volume discounts or bulk pricing ይባላል ማለት ነው። ብዙ ለምሳሌ ብዙ የገዛ ሰው ዋጋ እንደሚቀንስለት ማለት ነው። እንደዛ አይነት ነገር ለማለት ነው። 53 in the third degree of the price discrimination, a monopolist charges different price based on A. Quantity purchased, B. Consumer income, C. Consumer preferences, D. Market segmentation by characteristics like age or location. D. Market segmentation by characteristics like age or location ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ ይሄ ስታርድ ዲግሪ የሚባለው ደግሞ ስታርድ ዲግሪ ማርኬት ሴግሜንቴሽን የሚሰራው በምንድነው? በኤጅ ሊሆን ይችላል ወይም ደግሞ በሎኬሽን ሊሆን ይችላል። ሶ in the third discrimination, third degree price discrimination divides the market into some markets based on the characteristics like age, income or location ማለት ነው። charge different prices in each segment ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ በእድሜ ሊሆን ይችላል ወይም በሎኬሽን በአካባቢ በገቢ ሊሆን ይችላል። በዚህ አማካኝነት ፕራይሱን መወሰን ማለት ነው። ይሄ third degree price discrimination የሚባለው። 54 which of the following is an example of third degree price discrimination? A. Charging a higher price to tourists at museums. B. Offering discounts for bulk purchases. C. Charging a different price for each consumer based on willingness to pay. D. A monopolist offering take it or leave it deal. A. Charging higher price to tourists at museums ማለት ነው። ይሄ third degree price discrimination ይባላል ማለት ነው። ኦኬ so third degree price discrimination occurs when different ኮንሱመር ግሩፕስ የተለያዩ ኮንሱመር ግሩፕስ ላይ የተለያየ ፕራይስ ማስቀመጥ ማለት ነው። ለምሳሌ ቱሪስትስ እና ሎካል ተጠቃሚዎች እና ፈረንጅ ለምሳሌ ቱሪስቶችን ብንወስድ የተለያየ ቻርጅ ይደረጋሉ ማለት ነው። 55 which of the following best describes first degree price discrimination? A firm charges different prices for the same products depending on the quantity purchased. B. A firm charges each consumer the maximum price they are willing to pay. C. A firm charges different prices to different consumer segments based on H. D. A firm offers volume discounts. B. A firm charges each consumer the maximum price they are willing to pay. Okay. 56 in which scenario would a monopolist be most likely to practice third degree price discrimination? A monopolist selling the same product in multiple regions with different demand elasticities. B. A monopolist offering the same price for all consumers regardless of quantity purchased. C. A monopolist charging the same price to all consumers. D. A monopolist offering take it or leave it deal to each consumer. A. A monopolist selling the same product in multiple regions with different demand elasticities. Okay, this is the third degree price discrimination occurs when a monopolist separates the market based on varying demand elasticities in different regions or groups. 57 which of the following is not a necessary condition for price discrimination to occur? A. The monopolists must have market power. B. The monopolist must be able to identify different consumer segments. C. Consumer must be able to resell the product. D. The monopolists must face a downward sloping demand curve. C. Consumer must be able not resell the products. This is not a necessary condition for price discrimination. 58 what is the outcome of the first degree price discrimination in terms of total surplus? A. There is no change in total surplus. B. Producer surplus increases and consumer surplus is eliminated. C. Total surplus is maximized by allocating the product to the highest bidder. D. Both producer and consumer surplus increase. C. Total surplus is maximized by allocating the product to the highest bidder. Okay. 59 in the context of monopolistic price discrimination, what is the reservation price? A. The price the monopolist is willing to accept for a product. B. The market price of the product. C. The minimum price a monopolist can charge without incurring losses. D. The maximum price a consumer is willing to pay for a good. D. The maximum price a consumer is willing to pay for a good. So reservation price is the highest price a consumer is willing to pay for a product, which is the key for first price discrimination ማለት ነው። 60 what is the main difference between the first degree and third degree price discrimination? A. First degree involves charging different prices to different consumer segments. Third degree involves charging the same price to all consumers. B. First degree involves charging the same price to all consumers. Third degree involves charging different price based on willingness to pay. C. First degree involves charging each consumer the maximum price they will pay, while third degree involves charging different price based on consumer groups. D. First degree involves price discrimination for goods only, while third degree applies to service. C. First degree involves charging each consumer the maximum price they will pay, while third degree involves charging different prices based on consumer groups ማለት ነው። ኦኬ so first degree price discrimination charge each consumer their maximum willingness to pay, while third degree divides consumer into groups. third degree ላይ በግሩፕ መከፋፈል ነው ተጠቃሚዎችን ማለት ነው። and charge different price based on group characteristics based on የግሩፖቹ ባህሪ የተለያየ ፕራይስ ማስከፈል ነው third degree ሲባል ማለት ነው። first degree ስንል ግን maximum willingness to pay of the consumer የሚቀበልበት ነው ማለት ነው። ኦኬ ሶ ለዛሬ ፓርት 2 በዚህ ጨርሰናል። ፓርት 3 እና 4 እንቀጥላለን። እስካሁን ባሉት ጥያቄዎችና ሌሎች ማስተያየቶች ካሉ ኮሜንት ላይ ጻፉልን። ሌሎች የትምህርት አይነቶችንም ከ9ኛ እስከ 12ኛ ክፍል ለክፍላችሁ ፈተና ዝግጅት እንዲሁም ደግሞ ለኢንትራንስ ኤግዛም በአጭር ጊዜና በቀላሉ እንድትዘጋጁ እንዲሁም ደግሞ ኮንሰፕቱን አንደርስታንድ እንድታደርጉት እንደዚሁ በርካታ ጥያቄዎችን እያዘጋጀን እንገኛለን። የተለያዩ የትምህርት አይነቶችን እንደ ጂኦግራፊ፣ ሂስትሪ፣ ማቴማቲክስ እና እንግሊሽ የትምህርት አይነቶችን ጨምረን ማለት ነው። ሁሉንም እዚህ የዩቲዩብ ቻናል ላይ ማግኘት ትችላላችሁ። ለዚህ የዩቲዩብ ቻናል አዲስ ከሆናችሁና ሰብስክራይብ ካላደረጋችሁ ሰብስክራይብ ያደርጋችሁ ቤተሰብ ሁኑ። አብረን እንቀጥላለን። አጋዥ መጽሐፍ አዘጋጅተናል። አጋዥ መጽሐፍ ምንድነው? ጥያቄዎችን ከነመልስና ማብራሪያ ጋር ከሾርት ኖት ጋር የያዘ መጽሐፍ ነው። ከ9 እስከ 12ኛ ክፍል ያሉ የተለያዩ የትምህርት አይነቶችን የተለያዩ መጽሐፎች አዘጋጅተናል። እነዚህን መጽሐፎች በሶፍት ኮፒ ወይም በፒዲኤፍ ማግኘት ከፈለጋችሁ እዚህ ጋር በተቀመጡት አድራሻዎች ጻፉልን። በሚቀጥለው በሌላ ቶፒክ እስከምንገናኝ ሰላም ሁኑ።